Hello Internet, welcome back to Space Empires 4. We are mobilizing to possibly move against the humans. We've been amassing our troops here at the front. Let's go ahead and combine our fleets. You know what? I set up applied research as the next project. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to go to stellar harnessing. Because what we're going to do, we have this fleet, this big fleet, right? And as we fight and whatnot, we're going to use more and more supplies. Okay, well, we definitely want to upgrade because it gives us an extra tile and it increases the damage. So that's definitely something we're going to want. Is there still more to research in that category? There is. These weapons go on forever. This is why we transitioned from the projectile weapons early on, because they would never have gotten to be this kind of range and damage. Over time, there's a sharp drop-off on how much value they actually have. They may actually out-damage the weapons we currently have, but like their range is always 2 or 3 or so. So it's definitely important to switch to those as soon as possible. We could have gone Energy Stream. I'm not sure if they're better than the ones we picked, but we are where we are. There's not much I can do about that. So we're going to go to Stellar Harnessing. The reason for this, and we're going to assign something else so that it doesn't waste the extra points here. What's next? Astrophysics, gravitational weapons, null space weapons, gravitational technology, planetary engineering, planet utilization. The science of designing and manipulating a planetary habitat. That sounds valuable. We'll start sinking some points into it just to see what happens. Anyway, we're researching stellar harnessing because we want solar panels. And the reason for that is because we have a large group of ships. And you'll see they pull their supplies when they're in a fleet. Problem is, they're going to use them up quickly in combat. Every time we fire a weapon, it uses supplies. Every time we move, it uses supplies. And over time, it's going to decrease. And we really don't want to have to constantly be worried about when we're going to resupply. And what we can do is create a ship that is entirely solar panels. And therefore, it will generate a lot of supplies per turn. And hopefully that will be enough to really extend the life of this fleet so they can stay out longer. Alternatively, we could create a ship that's like 100% supply and just send them out with enormous numbers of supplies. And hopefully that's enough to stave off for a long time. But I think I'd rather chase the solar panel stuff just out of curiosity. We're also constructing a ton of research facilities. This generates 50 supplies for each star in a system. Some systems have more than one star. I don't think we've seen any examples of that at the moment. No, just one in all these. Some systems have 3 stars at most, I think. Big Papa, go ahead and drop your population here. So they should start generating quite a lot of population every turn. And how are you recovering from our taking them? You're recovering quite well. Go ahead and pick up some more. And we'll drop even more on this planet. And then I think that'll be it for now. And then we'll reassess later. So let's go and do more stellar harnessing. And we will reorder this so this will get the priority. And next turn we'll unlock the next one. Great. You'll see this doubled the number of supplies you get per turn from this. We created some stuff. Treaty and Trade Alliance. As far as I know, we could accept this, and the other people who demanded we break the initial one, they shouldn't care about that because it's a new treaty, but we're going to hold off on that. Getting 34,000 points per turn. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now the problem is we've stopped expanding, and so we're going to start to stagnate because we're not growing the empire anymore. Just ask Europe. Growing your empire is the most profitable thing you can do. What I think we will do is create a couple colony ships to hit these in this sector, just so that we're still expanding even as we mobilize for war. So let's go ahead and make 2 colony ships. We'll put them at the top of the list. Move to top. Move to top. Yes. So that should be fine. And let's do this stellar thing again. What do you get next? Another solar collector. Great. Go ahead and put that on top again. We may even get both this turn. We will not. Okay, that's fine. End our turn. Research constructed, great. End our turn. We really got nothing going on, so it's okay to speed through here. Stellar harnessing. We've also unlocked planetary engineering. So we will now get triple what we originally were getting, and we can now planet utilization. Okay. Let's see. Stellar harnessing. Solar sail. Okay, solar sail gives us a free extra movement, as though we had an extra engine. I think for now, we are going to hold off on that. Let's go ahead and research planetary utilization. I'm curious, what do you do? Climate control. I think just improves the quality of the colony. But let's chase this a little bit, and we'll start dumping our excess points in advanced research, so that will start leveling up over time as well. Go ahead and send out this colony ship to colonize. Colony ship, colonize this nice, beautiful, habitable planet over here. How are you all doing? You're fine. And add that to the fleet as well. So let's go ahead and construct a ship. Let's make it a... I don't want it to be the biggest ship. Yeah, let's make it a destroyer. Defense ship, we'll call this Supplier. Really got to stop putting my pen in my mouth. Call this Supplier 1. Bridge, life support, crew quarters, as many engines as possible. You'll see, even though we have 6 engines, we actually have a movement of 7. That's because we've improved our engines. And then we'll just load it up with solar collectors. So this ship, every turn, will generate 1,500 supplies. So if we're not moving, we should generate quite a lot of supplies doing this. I'd love to put some kind of defenses on you or something, but I just don't want to. I have space. I don't have space for you. So let's go ahead and build a couple of these just to meet up with that fleet, to keep our fleet supplied. Go ahead and build just one, I think, is enough. Really? We'll build 2. No, we won't. We'll build 1. Just to help extend the distance that our people can go, I think. And then why don't we start... Well, we're going to wait for that ship, so we're not going to do this now. Yeah, we're going to wait for that ship. So get planet utilization. Climate control facility. Yeah, it improves the conditions of the planet by 1% each year. If we look, that would be the conditions. And you'll see... It says unpleasant. I don't know what that actually means. It may improve the value of the actual planet, but I don't know if that's how that works. Let's build it somewhere that's pretty bad. No, I mean, where we would want like a refining colony or something. What are you? Farming colony. Yeah, let's go ahead and build one. Let's scrap. Actually, what's the next tier get us? Because we're probably just going to get a better one. Yeah, let's just unlock this first before we build one. Move that up 2 years, that's fine. Get those ships built. Message, Treaty of Trade Alliance. Man, everybody wants to be our friend when I'm actually doing well. We'll go ahead and accept that. Constructed another colony ship. Go ahead and load that baby up with some population. And send that out to colonize this one. What's your population? No, that's not the button. What's your population? 1,700 million. How's our homeworld doing? Still not really recovered. Go ahead and send Big Papa out there again. See if we can pick up some more people. And we're just going to wait for those ships to be constructed. This will be a forward operating base again. Climate control by 2% each year. New colony. Great. So, how about this new colony? Why don't we build it here so we don't have to scrap anything that already exists? Well, are we just going to unlock a third one? We are. It's very expensive. Okay. We'll do one more, then we'll build it there. For now, you go ahead and build spaceport. Because that will give us points. And then we'll work on everything else later. We could colonize this as well. Anyway, how are these ships doing? Did you make these yet? 1 year? Okay. Hang out. Research centers, great. Go ahead and send this bad boy over here to join with this fleet. It will not only expand their supplies, but also generate some as well, which is great. It's such a small number. We would need so many of these to make this a viable strategy, so I don't know that it was even worth the time we devoted to it. 2 more turns on this. I mean, no one seems to be pressing in that war, so I'm not really worried about it. Make this a research base. Research compound. Okay, go ahead and build just a bunch of research. That's all you're good for here. And we'll have you construct some units as well. Actually, before we do that, let's update our design so it has the best new version of these weapons. So let's upgrade. It's actually 2 levels better than the previous ones. So we'll call this Beam 2. Create, obsolete the old one. And then that way when we manufacture them, they'll be that much better. Let's go ahead and make, I don't know, probably just 5 of those. I don't even think the missiles are worth it at this point. People have probably advanced their research to the point where they can just circumvent the missiles and whatnot. Now let's send this as an exploratory fleet and see what we can do. How defended are you as a planet? Not even remotely. So let's clear the queue. Yes, and build a bunch of beams so that we have some protection left behind while we go to war. Yeah, just build a ton of those. And let's send our fleet out. They're fully resupplied. Let's send them out. You'll see just moving, we lost 3,000. So it would take us 3 turns of that supply ship to generate back up to where we need to be. But that's better than not ever resupplying, so that's something. Go ahead and end our turn. Yes, let's go to combat with them. So we have 5 ships, 7 ships, 8 ships, and they have 1 ship. This is our first combat, and we're absolutely going to devastate this enemy. But let's do it ourselves. That way you can see what combat looks like. We can click this strategic button, and it will instantly resolve. It will simulate combat. This guy will die. We might take some damage, but that'll be the end of that. Let's go tactical. This way we can actually see what combat is like. You'll see because we all came through the wormhole and are meeting at the wormhole, we're actually really close to each other. Normally we would start on opposite sides. But I would be surprised if this guy even lives through the first turn. He also has the same tier weapon. Oh, you don't. You have the anti-proton beam. We went with the Meson Blast. Excuse me, I have the hiccups, which is like really obnoxious and hopefully doesn't sound like me burping in the microphone. I forgot we had low tier ships here, so these guys are actually garbage. But these guys are quite good, especially these light cruisers. So we're going to begin, and this is our supply ship. You really should not be there, so we're immediately going to pull back our supply ship as quickly as possible to prevent him from taking damage, and we're going to just start taking shots. And I'm guessing we'll kill him before he even gets a chance to move. Let's move this ship closer. Okay. They both did fire their missiles. It's hard to see. They're actually covering the ship right now. On the next turn, or when I end turn, they will progress to the enemy target. So let's move up here. And I'm guessing 1 blast from these cruisers is probably enough to kill him. Oh, that's extremely loud. Oh my goodness. Like, that is deafeningly loud. I'm going to have to remember to turn that down in editing. My God, that's the loudest thing I've heard ever, and they sound really terrible. Not the best sound design. Let's get really close, because I think we'll be more accurate this close. And you're dead. Yeah, very easy. We did not take a single point of damage, but we had such hefty numbers and quite better ships. So, and you saw they were on their level 1 of their particular weapon type. We're on tier 5. So, new tech level. Got the next better climate control facility. We built the spaceport. We built a beam weapon, research centers, and we got into combat. This gives us a summary of that combat. We destroyed their destroyer, and we took no damage in the process. What I want to do is shift our fleet leader to one of the cruisers. That way, if we get into that situation again, that will be what is right in front during combat. So that should help with that. I would also love to actually detach these old ships. I don't think they're going to help us at all. So I think we're going to send them back. So let's go ahead and make this a new fleet. We'll go ahead and call this crap, because they're garbage. And we'll probably send them back to be deconstructed, because there's no reason to keep them around. Looks like there's a colony ship over there. It's possible they're through here. I don't think we ever went to that area. Let's send our beta fleet over there and see what we can see. We'll take up space here in kind of the middle of the system in case we need to do something. And then you guys just head back. There's really no reason. You're not going to be helpful in this combat. Your weapons are very outdated. In fact, why don't we mark that as obsolete so that we don't see that anymore? Let's get rid of this. You're obsolete, my friend. We also don't really need the scout anymore, so we'll make that obsolete as well. And we'll get rid of the small transport, just because we really don't need small transports. In the big transport, we can just decide to take less stuff. So the only reason to make a small transport is for slightly less maintenance. How are we doing on maintenance? We're tight on... We're pretty tight on minerals. We have a huge resource cost in maintenance for minerals. We really need to start generating more minerals. Let's see what the next level of planet utilization is. Value improvement plant. Okay, so utilization. Oh, value improvement plant would improve the value. The other things are just going to improve the conditions. Still, let's install it and see what exactly it does. We have 25 facilities. I don't know if it would improve the facilities. It's good condition though. What would better condition give us? Probably just make them happier, but it's so irrelevant because all of our people are already like absolutely thrilled. They're all jubilant. Happy. They're just happy. Happy. Okay, they're not all jubilant, but we're happy as a people. And then we'll go research this again. It's going to take many turns to research this one. Okay. But it will let us improve the value, which will increase the value of mining and whatnot. So we can artificially inflate a planet's quality and then plant miners and whatnot there to get a lot of value. No, you know what? I'm going to go to war with you for poops and giggles, mostly, because I don't really know what else to do right now, and it feels like we haven't had a good war in ages. And by ages, I mean since I played like probably 6 years ago. I don't remember doing anything since then. So we'll build the climate control facility just to see exactly what the effects are. And then let's start manufacturing some beam weapons just as a defense on the planet. Do the same thing here. We're already doing that in a couple turns. So you should be back here. Let's go ahead and dismantle these ships. Oh, we can't? Do you not have a shipyard yet? You do. Why can't I scrap these guys? Oh, because they're in the fleet. Yes. Remove them from the fleet. Go ahead and scrap these ships. This will give us a refund and take them out of here so we don't have to worry about their maintenance anymore. And then, yeah, just keep making beams, I think. We don't need more ships at the moment. We could destroy their colony ship here. We could go fight their other colony ship. I think this is better because it seems to be where they're coming from. Let's go ahead and we'll just automatically do this because it will have no defenses because it's a colony ship. So we massacred it, nice and easy. And go ahead and teleport through. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Okay, so this is probably their homeworld. Probably their homeworld based on the values and how good it is, plus the 3 bars representing the high population. South Dakota small transport. We have 6 small ships here. Light cruisers. Oh boy, that's the same as our big beefy boys. And several destroyers. Oh, you have a lot of numbers on your side, huh? We only have 3 cruisers, 1 ship that's worthless, and 2 destroyers of varying qualities with the lower tier weapons. Oh, and these aren't even the best. I think we have a higher tier cannon than that now as well. We just have to hope that they have lower tier weapons. I regret sending those other 2 ships home because they could still launch missiles. Let's chill and see what they do, and let's start mobilizing again. Go ahead and build me some more cruisers. You go ahead and build me multiple cruisers. 3 turns each. Yeah, build me 3 cruisers. There, my stomach gurgled. Hopefully that's not audible. Stomach and my body's just turning on me a little bit now. I'm someone who historically has a lot of stomach problems, so that may be what is happening. Let's end our turn and see what they do. They did not choose to combat us. We did scrap 2 vehicles. We killed their colony ship, 2 research centers. We always knew war would come with your species. Treaty of Trade and Research Alliance. Nah, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and accept that treaty. So they can't come through here because we're here, which means they can't come to attack us. Man, you have a lot of cruisers though, huh? Transport, colony ship, destroyer. Man, their ships look so small that it belies their size. Like, our cruisers look huge, but theirs are like tiny. Do we want to engage them? I think we'll just chill and see what they want to do, because we don't really want to let them through so that they could come attack our colony. So I think we just hang out. Did we build this climate thing yet? No. How are we doing here? 2 turns. See what they do. Military alliance. I mean, at this point, I don't think you're going to do anything to help me. But, and we're brotherly. I hate to lose a 20% thing, but okay. Military alliance. Sure. They're choosing not to attack us. Which means if we just hold here, we could reinforce with additional cruisers. We are regaining supplies every turn at this point. 15,175. I believe we are. So we can just hang out here as long as necessary. What was it? 15,174? 15,175? Yeah. End our turn. This, okay, will improve the quality of the planet. 2 cruisers constructed. We constructed the climate facility. Okay. 15645. I have honestly already forgotten what the values were. So that's not helpful. Go ahead and send this cruiser up to join with this fleet. 15645. What does the next level here do? It just increases the value faster, which sounds good. But let's knock out research and then get the next level of our weapon. 15645. Ooh, they've chosen to move. No, it's a colony ship. Yeah, this guy is not gonna. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Well, we can just murder him. So go ahead and begin. And oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, just gonna take my headphones off. No big deal. Should be like basically 1-shot kill. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so loud. End our turn. What I should have done, because I am an idiot, is upgrade their weapons prior to releasing them. So if we go, you're 1 turn in. I think we cancel this. Yes. And cancel this. No, keep him alive, but cancel this. And upgrade our ship design. Cruiser upgrade to the next tier. And we'll mark this as 2. Create. Outdate the previous one. Obsolete. And now build the new ones. Should have done this immediately. Oh, wait a minute. Upgrade the cruiser. And replace... Oh, we did replace the engines. Okay. I was going to say we also wanted to replace the engines with the newer engines. But that is fine. So now we can go back to manufacturing them. We did lose a turn of construction. But I think it's fine. We'll build a handful of these as well. And we'll send this one to join up with that initial fleet as well. And that'll take several turns. Let's look at this thing. Improving the climate, atmospheric conditioning, and manipulation improve the conditions of a planet. Okay. I mean, how long does that take? I wonder. We're at good. It'll eventually go up. For now, let's build the other thing that improves the value of this planet so that we can use it as a mining and whatnot resource mining facility. Then we'll go back to the beams, I think. Yeah. What did we do with this population transport? Looks like you're here. Go ahead and drop your population. You can also drop your population. I don't know why you still have population. So we're at 3 million. So this is basically the same amount of population as our home world. It may even have a higher population reproduction value. No, it's roughly the same. So this should now start to fill up all the way to 8,000, and we can start using this as a launch point to drop on the adjacent planets and fill them up so that they get performance bonuses as well. And I think we just chill here, actually check our research. We're good. Oh, we have a huge research project coming. So we've unlocked the next tier of the research center. You'll see if we look at the old ones, so these new ones do 600, the previous do 500, but across our empire we have dozens and dozens of these, so upgrading those facilities will give us a significant boost. So you figure they do 500 at a time. That means we have 112 of these located throughout our empire. 112 times 100 is another 11,000 points that we're going to get just from upgrading our facilities. Now, upgrading our facilities will significantly increase our construction cost for a period of time. So we really don't want to do that if we're low on resources, but we can do them kind of sneakily, you know, 1 or 2 places at a time. So if we go to facilities and hit upgrades, actually, and we upgrade to research facilities, you'll see it's going to cost significant upgrade points, but it will be a one-time expense. So we can't upgrade anything here. Really, you can't upgrade anything. You have no research facilities. Really? That surprises me. What about you? Upgrades. Yes. Upgrades. We can do this for the entire empire. From the construction queue, we could just hit upgrade facilities. Problem is, if we do that everywhere all at once, it's going to cost us so many points. You'll see that was like a 6,000 increase in our resource loss. And we don't want to go too low in our savings here. Facilities upgraded. Great. And that's going to continue for... Oh, it didn't really continue. It dropped considerably. We are constructing quite a lot, though. So once this cruiser reaches here, we're going to engage these guys in combat. And it's going to be quite the epic battle, although it will likely be in the next episode because we're running out of time. And, unfortunately, probably my last episode of the day. So really kind of stinks to have to come back to that after... Why are you not moving? To have to come back to that after taking a break of a whole day or so. But it is what it is. Go ahead and move the cruiser over here. We'll get them to join up here. Create a fleet then. What are we doing research-wise? We're getting the next weapon unlocked. Why don't we shift back to... I would really like to see where planet utilization takes us, but it's so expensive. Let's start focusing on learning to colonize a new planet, I think, is beneficial. Going to end our turn. Facilities upgraded, facilities upgraded. Military alliance, no, that's not going to fly. We got another range and a little bit more damage, so that is good. This will take 9 turns, and then we will also be able to colonize ice planets, which means all these systems we already exist in, we can start colonizing ice or rock planets, depending on which way we go. So, for instance, rock planet, ice, rock, ice. So even in this one system alone, we're going to get minimally 3 more colonizable planets. And then you expand that across the 5 sectors that we currently live in. You can see how that will quickly become pretty substantial. For now, I think we need to call the episode. I'm feeling a little bit queasy, and honestly, it's 9:30 in the morning. Usually I go to bed by 6. So definitely need to head off. So for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you're enjoying the series thus far. I will be back with more Space Empires 4 in the near future, and I'll see you next time.